Mm, it's crazy. This is crazy. We didn't even say anything. That was out the way. Thank you for coming back, Aztec Princess. What I don't know what we were saying. That was bad, but Chrissy, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you coming back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for coming back, sis. Yeah, we got a warning. I'm not sure. I don't know what we said that was. Usually, like I said, when that happens, it's usually the truth. We're getting too close to, and they want us to be quiet. And of course, they'll flag your account so that way you get so many they shut it down. Even though you could go back and appeal it and win, they still will keep that strike on there just to mess up your account. But we are going to finish this video and then we'll close down for the day and let it cool off, and we'll come back tomorrow. But we're gonna pick up where she left off as far as uh, Grizzline and GE looking like uh, the other people.
It's that you showed your screen. If you show a screen, it's a copyrighted. Sometimes they ding you, sometimes they don't.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, but if you
Okay, because I'm about
show,
to say I've done that before. Okay.
yeah, no, they sometimes they do because there's people that show a whole show, but
Hmm.
sometimes the algorithm picks it up and it'll ding you.
Mm.
But I don't think it was something you said. You didn't say anything wrong.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was like, I think we have been more than safe on what we're saying, right? Um, but yeah, okay. So we'll finish this and then we'll cool out for the rest of the day and then pick back up tomorrow.
Is from the fittest flat earther. He has an extremely gifted and or able to match faces with these people with historical figures. He's done all the presidents of the past. It will shock you. It will shock the system. But if you have eyes to see, you will see. Even if you put Epstein's face like Ghislaine's is with Andrew Jackson's wife, put it together,
I mean, Andrew Jackson. I
same
said
bone
Thomas
structure,
Jefferson.
same
Andrew Jackson.
everything. Are you getting what I'm telling you? The Bible says this. These fallen angels, they cannot die. They have to be cast out, thrown in the lake of fire. Only God himself in the final judgment can destroy these beings, can cast them out. So what do you think they're doing? They're not like spiritual things just flying around. That's not how it works. They are physical beings. They will shift their face just a little bit, but for some reason they can't get rid of like their skull structure, or like the way their eyes structure is. They can't get rid of scars. That's another one. They can't get rid of like moles and things. If they try to, you can see like the pit if you zoom in and things like that. It's like all these markers. Even they've gone so far as to actually identify even body markings, finding people, guys shirtless and all of that. I'm telling you, the rabbit hole goes so deep. But let's continue.
This was emailed to Jeffrey Epstein. Please be our guest for a cocktail reception with Beth Holloway, mother of Natalee Holloway. Epstein replied back, send me a phone number for you. Robert replied back, where do you want Tom to meet you? At your home or at the airport? This was emailed to Jeffrey Epstein.
If you don't know, are you getting this? Okay. So Jeffrey Epstein was an honored guest at a reception for Beth Holloway, Natalee Holloway's mother. You know, the teen that went missing, that huge case
Aruba.
that was going on for years. Natalee Holloway's mother. Jeffrey Epstein personally want him to be at this reception for her. Jeffrey Epstein of all people, guys. But it gets worse. Okay. Beth Holloway, Natalee's mother, went on to date JonBenet Ramsey's father. There is a picture of Jean Bonnet with Ghislaine Maxwell in the background. Grok tried to fight me on this. Some people said it's not true. Well, you always know I am the queen of a receipt. God doesn't have me speak on something unless I see it. I'm going to cut off the music because it's just some music playing, but I don't know if you can see this. In fact, I can make
Thank
it
you for
bigger.
the
Let's make
pops.
it bigger
I
so you guys
appreciate
can
that,
really
love.
see it. So this is one of the last photos of John Benet Ramsey. Do you see that person in the back? Oh, who is that? Who is that, guys? Oh, well,
Ooh,
I'm gonna need you to share these
there is
pictures. I
also,
think we
I'll put
all
it back
agree.
up for you so you can
I
make
tell
your
you
own
what,
reference.
I'm going. I'll send you the link to the video because Aztec Princess said that's why they weren't flagged us is because I was showing the picture during the live. So I'm gonna send you the link.
Like they
Okay.
just must not like us because I watch so many lives where they show all that stuff and say those words.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Like I've been in lives and they do it too, but and I've even shown pictures before on here, and never had a strike. But she said sometimes they let it go through and sometimes it don't. I'm sure. I guess it pertains to what you're talking about. And then we did drop back down in the C5. Remember what we said about that too. The
Yeah.
higher group you get in, you get more leeway with certain stuff. Uh, y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you. You and
Okay.
Aztec Princess. I'm gonna get y'all this link because yeah,
Well, if you
yeah.
post it on his page, Jenny, they might flag his page and shut him down again.
Yeah, no, I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not gonna. In fact, I've even tried to take videos and post them up, and it'll just go black. It won't even let me put the videos up anymore on my page. So, and I got apps to where I can pull the video from YouTube and everything and put it up. Nope, they like not happening.
They
So
do it under, they do it with the excuse of copyright. That's why they do it.
yes,
And this is something as an agent that I have to tell people, don't post like sometimes they will put the TV on in the background. You get flagged for that. I had a DJ putting just circles in the background in a TV, but because it was a screen, they stopped his live. So it happens sometimes, but that's their excuse, is a copyright. And they won't let you post up anything they feel that is copyrighted.
Mhm.
Well,
But I got y'all though. I know. You know I'm gonna send it to you. Matter of fact, I'm about to send it to you now while it's fresh on my mind and we talking about it. That way, when it's over, because we only got like 4 or 5 minutes left, so that way you all can see it because that's John Benet Ramsey and that's Grizzling in the background. Now, um, we know that these people really shouldn't have any type of connection or be around each other, other than her dad was. I don't know if her mama was. She may be, but I know her dad was like a prominent person. Like I said, they're from here in Marietta. They moved to Colorado where this happened, but originally they're from here. And I still find it strange that the girls are allegedly passed away. John Bonet, with Pink Tech, with you, her older sister, which now I have to wonder, is her older sister really there in the grave in the cemetery? And then her mom, I think her mom had some kind of health issue that caused her to pass away. Right, right, sis. Her father had connections. Exactly, exactly.
Have you guys seen the videos where they show the picture that was used of John Bonet in the the poster where they were looking for her? And that picture, there's a picture of a little girl on Jeff's shoulders wearing the exact same outfit. So look around on TikTok
Mm,
for that.
okay,
Yeah,
definitely.
because it's out there. I've seen it.
That's wow. Bella B. I'm not sure. We caught a warning. Aztec Princess said that it may have been because I was showing the picture on the screen. But if you would like the link to this video, just let me know. I'll send it to you. I'm about to send it to them right now.
It's there. I'll do it with the faces so you can see it. I don't care what no one's talking about. That's Ghislaine Maxwell. And there's ties that Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell had to JonBenet Ramsey. We now see we have a trail of ties of Jeffrey Epstein and Natalie Holloway's mother, Beth Holloway. So were these children taken and kidnapped, or were they sold? Was this part of a deal? Was this part of some brokerage? What are these people all in on it? Isn't it crazy that Natalie Holloway would go and date JonBenet Ramsey's father? And then she's invited him as an honored guest? I don't know. To me, this just sounds absolutely insane. Insanity right now. Okay? But when I tell you they are poisoning us, they are doing everything they can to destroy us, guys, they have the PSYOPs, meaning psychological operations of even children going missing, cases they had us care about. Was any of it ever real? Not to say these children were not real and think this didn't happen to them, but the story behind it. So we've got to keep digging because there is so much, guys, 3 million documents. And right now, in the Super Bowl, the victims of Epstein are demanding that the other 3 million files are released and the names are all unredacted. This is what they are saying they want to happen. All right. And there's a whole lot I can get into with that. That is, we're going to cover that in my next video because it goes deep. And the other thing I want to cover in my next video, how Jeffrey Epstein purposely, they talk about in there, lowering the testosterone of men to make them more like women. I mean, the rabbit hole goes so far, and it's even something that over time that can even make kind of transgender men. And this is a chemical that's in our food, in the water, things that the EPA say it's no big deal. We can keep doing this. But it's literally spelled out in the Epstein files, and they're talking about it. Guys, if you want to support the work that I'm doing here, digging through this stuff, seeing these horrible, horrific, spiritually depraved things, I really could use your support. If you want to pick up some merch, you can head over to my store, realmelanieking.com. Of course, I've shown you guys my Yahweh designs that I have that seem to be very popular. You guys are buying these. I mean, the original name of God. I have Jesus is King, Fearless. The list goes on and on. But my hope with this merch was to spread inspiration, spread faith, because right now, like I told you, we are in a spiritual battle. And then this is always one of my best sellers, that design. I have it on shirts for men, women. It comes in black, white, but it's a redacted government document. I have had this out for over a year before the files and all of that. And it says everything is fine.
We're going to stop it right there. Let's give it up for Melanie King. We're going to stop it right there. She's just talking about her store. But sure, when you go and watch the video, if you want to purchase it, it's right there. Buy something. What's there? But look, y'all. So we didn't get to do our last 2 segments. We're gonna pick them up tomorrow. It's gonna be pertaining to the same thing as the JE files. But I think we heard enough today that we can all collectively agree that the math ain't mathing. I think that's something we can all agree on. And so y'all know how we do. The more things that come out, the more we're gonna cover it. Again, I don't know. We may have to end up starting to go live over on YouTube, so we don't get flagged as much over here. Because we can get to a point where we say some things that they don't like. Oh, go ahead. I see you, Aztec Princess. Go ahead. Hold on. Let me let that down a little bit. Okay, go ahead.
I also want to invite everybody to, I know Candace has not earned a nice place in our society with her nonsense. But what I think happened is that they did her dirty with Charlie, and she's just letting it all out. There's things she's talking about. You were just talking about the Nephilim, and she was talking about how we did not know this, but apparently they found the grave of Gilgamesh in Iran. And so what did our military do? Our military went over there looking for weapons of mass whatever,
Hmm.
and then what they really did is they went and they set themselves up on top of where they had found Gilgamesh, and they digged him out, and they digged out the whole site, and then they put a helicopter pad over that. So she was explaining that they're trying to get him because they're trying to, because that's what they worship, that they were trying to get him for a reason. Now, I'm telling you guys, you may not like Candace, but Candace is rogue right now. So, and
I
she's a
love
truth
Candace.
talker.
Yeah,
She's a
I
truth
didn't.
talker. She's a true talker. So you may not like her politics, you may not like some of what she says, but she is letting it all out, and she's talking about a lot of things. And I honestly, I fear for her. I
Me
pray for
too.
that girl all the time because she's so hurt that she wants to let us all know what's really going on.
I
So that
appreciate that.
I recommend her. Watch her. She's on it like in the middle of the day.
Okay. If you don't mind, when she's on, can you just send me the link and I'll
I'll
tune
send you
in.
the link. You gotta watch her. She explained that beautifully, and I was like, okay, well that makes sense. They went over there to take out what they needed, because at the end of the day, we all are under a government that is not worshiping the right one.
She's also talked
Blood house.
about how religion has been brought to us in the King James Version and all these different versions, but the real version, they've taken it and they've basically put it into words to where we're controlled versus the liberated souls that we are. It was very interesting, like
Mm.
the Yahweh and the Yahshua. So I pray, but the difference in my prayers when I've said, Lord, I'm not going to say they don't get answered or he doesn't hear me. But when I use Yahweh or Yahshua in my prayers, whether it's when I'm eating before I eat, you can feel a vibration or a frequency in your body that you don't feel when you use the ways that we've learned, especially like I grew up in black churches, and the prayers that I've always prayed are ones that I learned when I was younger, but have since changed them a little bit, not because I'm curious, because why wouldn't that make sense with everything else that has been covered, sugar coated, and delivered to us in a whole bunch of BS? Why not, right? So
Right.
Well, the real Bible is the Geneva Bible. The reason that King James had it changed is because it wasn't favorable to politicians. Now, if you've read the Geneva Bible, you're going to notice that a lot of the stuff when it says, like Christians like to say, oh, God puts people in charge and we have to respect it. That came from the King James Bible that he had translated to be more favorable to the king. So if you know that, then you know that that Bible has been manipulated like all the Bibles. There is over 3,300 kinds of Bibles. The only one that's real is the Geneva Bibles and all the scrolls that they didn't want to publish because it goes against what the fear they're trying to put in you to get you away from the fact that we're all have God in us. That's why he put the breath in us. We all have that energy and we're all 100% divine. But they try to make you scared so they can control you, which is what in those files, the guy that's in charge of JD, Jazz Band's Hands, that guy has been talking about the only way, because they're afraid of is to keep their riches. So he's afraid they're going to come after his money. So he said the only way to control us was through religion. So we have to stop with the religion thing. If we believe in Jesus, then we believe in Jesus, but we really need to crack down on the churches being involved with politics, because that's what happened in the Hispanic community till this day. They brainwashed them to think that this man is close to Jesus and he was the answer. So they all went and they were given charts of who to vote for. I want you to understand, churches are doing this. They give them of who they should vote for and everything. So if they're going to be political affiliations, they should 100% get taxed. That needs to stop because you're playing with people's feelings.
It goes back to
Go ahead,
that
Religion.
lady that called all the churches in America with a crying baby recorded in the background, saying that she hadn't had any money and she just needed a can of formula, and she created a huge uproar on TikTok because she called Joel Osteen's church, she called all the churches in Atlanta, like the big city churches, the ones whose the pastors drive Bentleys, live in multi-million-dollar houses, but when the congregation needs something, they refer you to the co-op.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You're right, Bella.
There's no reason for a pastor to be driving a Benz. I'm gonna tell you that I
Or Bentley.
was in my work like an expensive car. There's no reason. When I was working for some Korean families, what they do is they do churches as businesses because they're exempt. So they buy their houses, they buy everything through the church. Churches are businesses. And I've heard the conversation straight up like, we got to open it up here because it has this type of area, that, and this is what you get. It's a business. It's a scam. You guys got to be careful. I, I I
True,
personally
sis.
I personally am not religious in that sense that I'm at church every Sunday. I have my one church I go to, but I'm a Christ follower. I'm not a Christian. I'm a Christ follower at this point.
I
I
like
gotta, I gotta,
it.
I gotta differentiate myself from others.
I say I'm not a Christian, I'm spiritual.
I'm
Mm,
a Christ follower.
I like that. I like that. I like how y'all both
Mm,
put that. I do.
mm,
I want to thank y'all for being guests on the panel. I appreciate it. And once again, I apologize for the commotion earlier. But thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank y'all for lasting. Thank y'all for still making it a great live. This is what we still want to come and do every day, just fellowship and love on each other. So thank y'all for doing that. Again, we'll finish up tomorrow with these next two things that we're supposed to cover today. Let's decompress. Let's come back tomorrow and let's stand on business. Hashtag I'm going to say it. All right. I love you all to life. Peace and blessings to you all. I'll see you tomorrow.